Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I was recently watching Jen Loves Reviews, and I've mentioned her in other videos. If you don't know her channel, I'm going to link it down below. I'm sure you guys already know who she is. She's got a huge following. She did a really interesting video this week on parent companies of makeup brands. And that isn't something that I've ever given a huge amount of thought to. You know, we all know that business is business, and there are deceptive practices, and small companies that start small and are family owned get bought up by big companies if they have a good product. We already know that. But when you're talking about something you're eating or putting on your face and you're thinking they are all natural or organic or homegrown, you know, a lot of people like that small business feel, and you think that you're giving this little mom and pop shop your money when you're really giving it to a huge corporation. Now, after she made her video, I started digging a little bit and really trying to find out, so who owns what and what in the world is going on here? Now, she covered a bunch of the big parent companies, but I dug a little bit just to see, are companies really selling just their brand? Or some selling their souls here? These companies, some of them, have had such large lawsuits for false advertising, for workplace violations, for safety and health violations, for completely deceiving the public. Now, let's imagine, shall we, that all of a sudden I create a makeup brand and it is spectacular, and one of these companies came along to purchase me. Am I saying that I wouldn't be like, okay, give me my $40 million, please, thank you? I probably would. I'm not going to lie to you. But if I was natural, organic, vegan, all of these things, and I had been doing that and it was ingrained in me, and I knew this company probably tests on baby bunnies, I would have to give seriously hard thought to that. And I think some of them did fight it and were able to keep some of their original values even after they sold companies, and we'll get into that. But I remember when Clorox purchased Burt's Bees, and I was like, oh my God, a bleach company is buying one of my favorite tiny little companies. I remember the first time I bought Burt's Bees. I was in Harvard Square in a Tower Records, and they were selling this marshmallow cream. I don't know what it did, but it smelled really good. And I bought one of their little lip things, I think. I don't know. I really remember the marshmallow cream and some lemon foot scrub stuff. I don't know, but it smelled amazing. And I just thought, you know, I was kind of different back then. I was like, I'm supporting a small business. This is great. And when they sold to Clorox, I was just kind of like, a bleach company is going to be making my makeup product? I don't think I like that. But come to find out, Burt's Bee is still cruelty-free. Of course, they are owned by somebody who is not, but they kept their values. They still are, so that's great. Now I'm going to be reading, because I don't want to, there are a lot of names here, and I don't want to get them wrong. We're going to start with L'Oreal. Everybody knows who L'Oreal is. They're huge. L'Oreal has had so many legal issues. And if it was just for small minor things, I wouldn't even include it. But they've been sued for racial discrimination, toxic work environment, harassment. There was a plaintiff who was an employee, high level. She quickly learned the ugly truth about the beauty giant, including witnessing a male executive openly watching pornography during business meetings, sex-fueled parties at luxury European hotels during work trips, and racist hostility from the highest levels of management. Another one. A jury made L'Oreal pay a startup company $91.3 million for stealing its trade secrets. Another class action lawsuit, these are all in 2019, claim that L'Oreal's Revitalift skincare line is deceptively marketed as being able to lift and firm skin or repair wrinkles. When I was first starting this channel, one of the main reasons I wanted to do it is because I remember my mother buying 80 billion tubes of skincare, and she would lather them all over her face. She really thought they were going to help her. And I mean, maybe some did a little bit, but they were really deceptive, you know? And she really believed in them. And one of my mother's biggest fears was growing old and having wrinkles. I know, shallow, but whatever. As you age, you still feel 30, 20 in your head, and you don't want to age. So it sucks that a lot of these are nothing more than a bunch of chemicals thrown together with a little skincare in it, and they're charging $30 for it to an elderly lady who's just trying to get rid of her damn crow's feet. L'Oreal had another lawsuit claim that the beauty giant shampoo and conditioner deceives customers into thinking they have keratin in it, when they don't. They airbrushed ads of Julia Roberts, who's already stunning. So why? They've been sued by the FDA for false claims. Lead was found in their lipsticks. A lot of it. Lead? I don't think I want lead in my lipstick. Their mascara, you know the mascara I'm talking about, the pink and green one, has been linked with cancer-causing agents. But it gets worse. Their kids' brand of shampoo also has cancer-causing agents in it. Kid shampoo. Like, you can't figure out a formulation that couldn't prevent potentially my kid getting cancer. Like, you can't do that. You're like a bazillion-dollar company. You can't figure that out. Who do they own? Biotherm, Clarisonic, Dermablend, Garnier, Giorgio Armani, It Cosmetics, who I love a lot, Lancome, Maybelline, NYX, Pureology, Ralph Lauren, Yves Saint Laurent, Urban Decay, and many others. Let's be clear. Does It Cosmetics have these issues? No, L'Oreal as a parent company does. But again, if I'm going to sell to a company, I want to know that they are morally and ethically sound. And could the lawsuits be frivolous? Maybe. I mean, that's what lawsuits are for, to go and tell your side of the story. Maybe that was a disgruntled employee. Who knows? But things like cancer-causing agents in your product, those are facts. Would I sell my company that I grew from the ground to a company who has cancer-causing agents in a baby shampoo, in a child shampoo? I'm going to go with no on that one. Estee Lauder. Aveda, Becca, Bobbi Brown, Donna Karan, DKNY, MAC, La Mer, that has that $325 cream, Tom Ford, Too Faced, Tommy Hilfiger, Origins, Smashbox, Clinique, and Bumble and Bumble. Estee Lauder owns all of them. Interruption. 1 second, please. That was my son saying goodnight. Even though there's a do not enter sign on the door. Okay. Procter & Gamble owns The Art of Shaving, which you would think is like this awesome little stand in the mall. No, Procter & Gamble owns it. Clairol, CoverGirl, Head & Shoulders, Gillette, Dolce & Gabbana, Pantene, Secret, Tampax, Old Spice. So wait. The same company that owns Dolce & Gabbana owns Tampax. I find that amusing. So Procter & Gamble agreed to pay $30 million in a class action settlement to resolve an issue with their probiotic for false advertising, because it basically did nothing. LVMH, I had never heard about them, so I looked up their website, which is fabulous. They call everything houses. So they have like a fashion and beauty house, they have an entertainment house, honey, they got houses. I was really surprised. They own Fenty Beauty. Rihanna. What? Wait. What? Like, I'm buying from Fenty Beauty. I'm buying from Rihanna. So that's who I think I'm buying from. And I get it. You know, it's like, does it matter? They're still Rihanna's products. Well, not really. She's the face of it. Yeah. But the parent company, the people are LVMH, who's been sued for sexual harassment, wage and hour laws, and a bunch of other things. They own Fenty Beauty, Benefit, Kat Von D, Marc Jacobs, Fresh, and Sephora. So they own all of those. That was just wild to me. Shiseido, I hope I'm not saying that wrong. They own Bare Minerals, Joico, Laura Mercier, NARS, Dolce & Gabbana, and Senscience. It is worth noting, rewind, LVMH has a cruelty-free branch, which includes Kat Von D, Fenty, and Marc Jacobs. So, while they may have sold their companies to this LVMH conglomerate, they were able to keep they have a whole house, I guess, that has cruelty-free brands in it. So that's pretty awesome. Unilever owns Dove, 7th generation, Noxzema, Schmidt's Naturals, Shea Moisture, Love Beauty, and Nubian Heritage. Now, Schmidt's Naturals, 7th generation, you're thinking totally natural products, right? Well, Unilever still tests on animals in mainland China, where many of their brands are sold, and claims that some of their suppliers may also test their ingredients on animals. So while this video goes a little bit in depth, it doesn't really. So I want to look more into that. I am interested to know if what I'm buying over here, I mean, I have a bunny in the other room. Am I using stuff that's like torturing bunnies? I'm not okay with that. I'm not a vegan. I'm not even a vegetarian. I try to keep my kids as healthy as possible. You know, sometimes I figure, I've done so much damage to myself, honey. I don't know. But do I want to put lead in my mouth? Do I want to put shit on my eyes that was put in a bunny's eye? I'm going to go with no, again. Coty. C-O-T-Y. Why do I remember that from like the 80s? Does anybody else? I don't know. But when I think of Coty, I keep seeing commercials from the 80s. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be thinking of somebody else. They own CoverGirl, and I think 51% of Kylie Cosmetics, Rimmel, Max Factor, Nautica, Gucci, Unique, Philosophy, Clairol, Calvin Klein, Adidas, Hugo Boss, and Tiffany. They're not cruelty-free. They don't own any cruelty-free brands. Some of their brands, like Philosophy, are not yet sold in mainland China, but they inherit Coty's animal testing policies. So, are there brands that haven't sold out yet? Yes, there are, of course. Anastasia Beverly Hills, Milk Makeup, Stila, Huda Beauty, Glossier, Elf, Cover FX, Nude Sticks, Charlotte Tilbury, Josie Moran, Beauty Blender, Kevin Aucoin, and Pixie. Now, there's a bunch of other ones too. I'm going to list some of them here, but I just thought it was really interesting. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. I love to dig into things. I love to dig into things and find out the truth on things. Will it change anything? I don't know. It might change a few things for me. You know, if I find out that their animal testing policies are horrific, then yeah, it will change some things for me. So I don't know if it will for you. But what I'm going to do now is really go through, especially on my favorites, and find out what the situation was, why they sold out, what was going on there. I'm going to do that in future videos. You know, I'm trying to get the makeup thing down still. I'm working on it. I tried to follow a Raw Beauty Christie makeup tutorial the other day. Oh, Lord have mercy. When I post that, maybe I will post some of the outtakes, because Lord have mercy. She's amazing, and I just have too much damn makeup. So until next time, friends, thank you so much. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do.